Hi, I'm Angela Jackson, and today I'm going to talk about the fundamentals of the initiatives and the referendums under Arizona Constitution. What is the intentives and what is the referendum? It is referred as the intentives when the Arizona Constitution grants the people the power to propose new laws or modification to existing constitution on their own without involving the legislature. And the referendum is a piece of a legislation that the legislature has proposed, and that once it has been approved, it can be put before the people for the formal approval or object or rejection. The Arizona Constitution is more frequent amend in this matter. How do the incentive and referendum created? The Secretary of State creates the incentive petition. It has been under consideration by the staff from the Joint Legislative Budget Committee for a feast assessment. Supporters of this petition may submit a draft bill to the Director of Legislature Council for review, which count as a petition general review. After providing each legislator a chance to comment, the legislative counselor writes a fair analysis containing a description, background information, and what it impacts. Public booklets, including the budget statement, justification for or against it, and the legislation council analyze is available for the public to attend or to read. Additionally, there are public gatherings and postings of changes. Arizona law requires 15% of the registered voters' ballot signature and 10% of ballot cast. For referendums, the application is submitted on a form provided by the Secretary of the State and must include the following information: address, intent, intention, intention, and filed a petition. A description of the measure main provision of no more than 200 words and its full content. If the sponsor is an organization, the application must include the names and the titles of its officers. The petition is given to the officer is known by the secretary, who is gives numbers of petition. According to Arizona Constitution, the petition signatures count had to be equals 5% of the total voter cast from the governor at the most recent general election. A referendum measures approved by a majority of the voters cannot be repealed by the legislature. A referendum proposition may be amended, or its finances may be diverted into approval of three-fourths of the legislators in each house, and acceleration must serve as the referendum objectives. The purpose of the Arizona incentive process was to give citizens a way to talk to legislators that resist taking action that support by the majority of the voters. The referendum was used to contest the action of the legislature, while the recall was used to remove elected officials who did not represent their voters' interests. The instant process procedure itself. Currently, Arizona Secretary of the State must give organization permission before a petition may be a part of the process. They next go about collecting the necessary number of signatures from registered voters. If the necessary numbers of signatures are collected, The proposal will be included in the ballot of the following general election and will be decided by a simple majority vote. Some pros and cons of the incentive. Once benefit is, excuse me, once benefit is that it immediate grants people decision making authority based on citizens' ability to deal with concerns directly. It makes the legislature more responsible. Additionally, it has enabled the public to hold lawmakers responsible. One drawback is that there are no formal requirements for the draft, and anyone who is a registered voter can write one, which may result in poorly written laws. The technique doesn't require any special knowledge. Voters will have less. Voters will be less informed as it results in having too many options to choose from. The pros and cons of referendum. It contains ideas created by professionals who understand the Constitution. It develops regulation and practice that confirms to be preferred to of the majority. Additionally, it establishes clear points of argument between politics goals and what the general public wants. It has some drawbacks, such as dividing communities. It limits how much power the politician has over different issues. Additionally, it further political division amongst elected officials, and it causes draft and fails to advance through the legislation to put to vote. Some so how do some initiative and referendums support the ideas of direct democracy as outlined in the Arizona Constitution? Excuse me. A kind of democracy known as direct democracy is one in which citizens make decisions about laws and policies rather than relying solely on legislators that has been elected. Voters has the ability to directly adopt, amend, and reject legislation that has been established by the legislators through incentive. As a result, the people have complete access to the process of operating the government without the need of the elect individual to serve as the middleman. Referendums are de- democratic process in which the general public decides whether a proposal will be adopted or rejected. However, the referendum process is that the proposition be approved by the legislator, which a majority of people in it put on the ballot. This concludes my presentation of initiative and referendum in Arizona. Thank you.